Good morning, cherubs. It's Tuesday, April the 1st, I believe. I just went to go have some brecco. I finally found, after hours and hours of Google Maps searching last night, found a vegan place. It was like a 10-15 minute drive from where I am staying. Really nice, quiet little place, really good food. A little bit pricey. I think it was about a tenner for like a breakfast and a strawberry matcha. But I stayed there for a while and I caught up on a bunch of editing, so that's good. In a bit of an insomnia patch at the moment, so my brain's a bit bongled and I've not really been sleeping. But I'm happy that I got some food and I got some editing done. And I think I'm going to go for a swim. I'm just going to see if it's busy, if there's anyone in there. There's a few people kicking around, but it should be fine. I think I'll go do that, move my body a bit. It's either that or I'll go to the gym, but I've got some pretty bad mosquito bites on my arm, and I feel like getting hot and sweaty is just gonna piss them off. So a nice cool pool will be better. Let's go for a swim. So in reference to what I was saying earlier about visual effects and Z depth and the grayscale layer that you would use to affect depth of field and atmospheric light and that kind of thing, this is a perfect example of that, because how atmospheric light works and how we perceive things, basically things that are closer to us are darker and things that are further away are lighter. But it's not just lighter, it's that the black point is higher. It's not that everything is raised in the same level, it's that the black point, so anything closer to us, the black point, the darkest area of something becomes darker and darker and darker until it gets much closer to us, which is why, I mean, here it's kind of different because we've got low-level mist separating these mountains, so again that's what's giving us definition. But in general you can see this mountain here is darker than this one way in the background, and this one has a lower black point. But then if you go like way down here to where these trees are here, they're going to have a much darker black point, and that's what lets our eye know that it's much closer to us, especially when you're doing things digitally and having to put something in there that isn't already there to match the landscape. Just to follow up from what I was just talking about, what's so cool about visual effects and compositing in particular is that everything is done for a reason, and it's done based on real world physics. So the reason that things look paler the further away they are is because of something called atmospheric perspective, and there's basically more things in between that object and your eye for the light to be diffused in. So things like just air particles, dust, water in the air, which is why especially you get it on mountains because of things like mist and low-lying haze and that kind of thing. I had to just kind of do a little Google refresher on this because like I said earlier, I don't like getting facts wrong, and I'm really bad at being able to recall things off the top of my head. I feel like I'm good at being able to I'm even doing it now. I really struggle to think about words. So, like, I want to be able to recall a fact, and I can recall the flavour of the fact, and I'll know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I find it quite difficult to put that into exact, precise English language, which is why I'd be a shite teacher. When I was lecturing, I found it was kind of easier because I was, like, pre-recording tutorials. Another thing that's quite cool as well is that it's not just paler and lighter the further away something is in the distance. It also goes slightly blue, and this is to do with wavelengths of light. So blue light scatters more easily than longer wavelengths of light such as red or yellow light. Isn't that really cool? This is why I really like reproducing things. As soon as I got into like visual effects and started doing it just because it was fun, like it's the same with even drawing. When I like would draw things, I wouldn't always do it just from things from my imagination. I enjoyed recreating things. So like drawing, I used to collect Simpsons magazines. Oh, it's all coming out today, and I would like recreate kind of like parts of these Simpsons magazines, but then change some of them. So for example, I'd take a scene like a bit from a comic, but then I'd recreate it based on like a Disney movie or something, and then change all like the characteristics. And it's the same for just digital art in general. I think there's something really fun about recreating things. Probably a control issue and neurodivergent thing, but it is what it is. You gotta roll with what you got. Thus concludes this edition of my Kuala Lumpur compositing TED Talk. Good morning, sweet treats. So it's Friday already, and this morning we're going to be going to Batu Caves. It's very impressive already. Annoyingly, so I got up at like 6:30. Saw the full moon, that was nice. Saw a bit of the sunrise. But Grab seems to be a bit of a nightmare here, so it takes quite a while for you to get a car, and then sometimes it'll like cancel and you'll have to get another one, etc. So I've only just got here and it's like, it's about 20 to 9, so it's advised to get here kind of early morning to beat the crowds. Whoa, this is very cool. Okay, cave's done. Hopefully I've got some footage out of it because I did some slow-mo stuff at the start with the pigeons and then forgot to turn it off slow-mo because I'm a really good videographer. I'm just waiting for my grab back and I'm gonna head back to the Airbnb and get some lunch. And I'm not sure what to do the rest of the day. I was gonna maybe go and see a park, but again, it's so hot. Like, it's crazy because it says it's only 29 degrees, but the UV index is 11. It just like, I don't know, it just feels so much hotter than it should be. Crazy. I do fancy like a really like fancy, tasty beverage in a mall or something later.